Is the Denver real estate market heating up this spring? Or is it just smoke and mirrors? Inventory is up, sales are booming, and prices are staying flat. Let's unpack what all of this means for home buyers and home sellers for April of 2025. Hey, I am Kareem Howard, a licensed realtor with Girl Lock Homes. Before we dive in, if you're planning to sell your home in 2025, I made a free guide that goes over these 7 simple steps to sell fast and shows you how to potentially add over $34,000 to your home sale price. It is linked down in the description below. Do not sell your home without checking it out first. So let's talk about mortgage rates. We came into the month of April with rates at about 6.75%. Things were trending down. Now the second week of April was tariff talk. And we all know there was a lot of uncertainty in the air. We didn't know what was going to happen with imports, exports, and the same thing we did not know was going to be happening with mortgage rates. Now we saw all of this play into the uncertainty of mortgage rates, and we saw it hit a high that same week of 7.07%. So we saw rates tricked over a quarter percentage just because we didn't know what was happening in the US economy. But then we saw a pause on tariffs, and like that, rates finally started to trickle back down. At the time of recording, which is April 18th, we had about 6.87%. Now let's go over the big picture. What was actually happening in the Denver real estate market? So median close price for single family homes stayed about the same. We had about $599,000 for the Denver metro market. But sales volume saw an increase of over 24%. We are sitting at about 2.45 billion in sales volume. Closed sales were up 25%. We are looking at about 3,515 closed homes in the Denver metro market. Now, despite prices staying about the same in the Denver metro market, the number of closed homes and the sales volume in our market for last month, it jumped up quite a bit. And so we're seeing that the spring market is finally kicking in to full force. And guess what that means? Buyer activity is back. Pending sales was up a whopping 40% at about 4,641 sales. Now, median days in the MLS was down 38%. Now, this is one of the stats that you want the number to be down. We are at about 18 days, which means homes are selling a lot faster than they were in the previous months. Homes are flying off the market again, and buyers are clearly jumping back in. Maybe it's because rates are finally coming down, they're stabilizing a little bit. Maybe it's spring optimism, but just know that if you are a buyer, there's a lot more competition in this market compared to a month, 2 months, 3 months ago. Now with inventory and supply, we saw that active listings was up about 14%. We saw a 33% increase in new listing, and months of inventory is down about 16%. We're at about 2.78 months of inventory. Now sellers are finally showing up this spring. This is pretty much what I talked about these last few months. A lot of people like to list in the spring. The weather warms up, it might be spring break. It's just a better time to look for homes because you're not looking in the cold. Now today's not a good day to say that because it is snowing outside, but it's just Colorado. We don't know what the weather's gonna be. But for the most part, spring is one of the best times to list your home. And we're seeing a lot more seller competition going out, but we're also seeing a lot more buyer demand come in. Now, I'm not saying that it is a buyer's market because I do still think that sellers have an advantage in this market. We're seeing homes go over list price. We're seeing homes sell a lot faster than what they used to be. And I think that's what's gonna happen until we get into the summer market. Now, what does all of this market stats in Denver mean for potential buyers? As we said earlier, competition's back. There's a lot of buyers out there. A lot of my personal buyers are getting off the fence, and so we are seeing buyer demand come back. So we're seeing multiple offers. We're seeing you have to write a little bit more competitive offers. It's not as lollygaggy as the winter market is. So if you are going to look for a home in the spring market, if you are a serious buyer, come with your highest and best. Now, prices are not spiking. We saw that prices stayed about the same, so you still have a little bit of negotiation room with the sellers. Not to say you can ask them for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 to close on the house, but you can still ask for money, make it reasonable, and get the deal closed. Now for my sellers, the buyers in this market are serious buyers, and they are looking to close fast. And so the best way to attract these serious buyers is have one of the best listings out there, price right, and make sure it's marketed well. Now, one of my biggest pieces of advice, and something that I tell a lot of my sellers that I've been talking to these past few weeks, is you don't want to wait too long to list. The spring market might seem like it's a long time, but it's a very tight window. If you wait too long, if you wait until June, July to list, you start going into the summer market. And a lot of the time, like right after the 4th of July, we'll see listing activity just plummet for no reason. We can't explain it. And then it kind of picks back up slightly in the fall. So these next few months, March, April, May, June, my 4 favorite months to list. You you kind of want to be in this window. Now, by the way, if you are preparing to sell in 2025, I have a free guide down in the description that shows you how to maximize your home sale price. You can claim a copy for yourself, take a look. It has some really good pieces of information that pretty much anyone can use to sell your home for more money. Now, let's talk about the year-over-year perspective compared to just the month-over-month perspective. So month-over-month, we're seeing that market stats are shifting. We're seeing that everything is trending upwards. Places are selling faster, there's more buyers, there's more sellers, everything is picking up. But year-over-year, market stats are about the same. We saw prices sit about the same last year. We saw activity tick up about 15-20%, the same thing. This is just what tends to happen coming into the spring season every single year, which is why when I make these videos, I know it's gonna happen because it happened last year and it happened the year before that and the year before that, and all of our market stats throughout history pretty much tells the same story. Now, what am I personally seeing in my real estate business? A lot of my buyers that started looking in wintertime a little bit more lollygagging are coming back off the fence. They're seeing that there's more homes hitting the market. They're also seeing that homes are flying off the market, so it kind of reignited a spark in them. And I do have a lot of buyers that are finally starting to get back in the market, look at some showings, and just write some serious offers. Now, for my sellers, I have been busy doing more listings. I think it's a great time to sell because you get the most amount of money. It's hot outside. This is a great time to do all the photography, make sure you do all the marketing. And so I'm really trying to push all of my sellers to kind of sell in the spring window because you are gonna net more money compared to if we just wait till like August, September. It's just not worth it. Now is also a great time, what I like doing with my listings, to do open houses. Or if you're a buyer, even showing up to open houses and just start seeing what is out there. Now, a lot of my hotter neighborhoods like Denver, Aurora, Thornton, I am seeing a lot of those listings go over asking, get multiple offers in that first weekend. And so I think neighborhoods like this are some really good neighborhoods to list now and try to maximize your sale price. So to wrap all of this up, yes, market activity has picked back up. Yes, homes are moving. And no, this spring market is not waiting for anyone. Whether you're a buyer or a seller, right now is a great time to dip your feet in the water and see if you like the spring market, see if you like any of the inventory out there. Now, as always, I am Kareem Howard, a licensed realtor with Girl Homes, and I will see you in the next video.